Okay, so welcome to series called Story Time, episode 2. Episode 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about a very deep situation and a very deep something that a story that it's very sensitive, but I'm able to say it out loud because it made me stronger, you know. Okay, so I'm going to talk about it when I got injured. The love I have for hockey is unconditional. It's unbreakable, you know. You know why I'm saying this is because I've gotten injured so many times, and my parents told me, "Stop playing hockey. Stop. My daughter, stop playing hockey. It's dangerous." But you know, when I love something, I don't listen to people. I don't. I do everything it takes so that I can be able to fully accomplish, enjoy that thing that I am doing. So I mean, okay, for this story, I'm going to talk about when it happened, where, how, effects, what I learned, and conclusion. So it was last year in July, you know. We traveled to Arundel for the Silver Golden Goals hockey tournament. So I'm a defensive half, which means like I'm like the top diamond of the D, if you understand hockey. So whenever the ball is coming from the other side, I'm the first one who meets it. So when we traveled there, you know, we played very well, made it to the semi-finals. So I got injured in the semi-finals. Hey, so you know, when we started playing this game, like I don't know, my spirit wasn't energized. Something felt off. You know when you get into game, you're like, this doesn't feel good. My stomach don't feel good. My legs are trembling. They don't feel good. That was me. And no funny thing, I couldn't find my gown guards. I couldn't find my shin pads. Everything was off. Like everything. And the fact that we were even late for that game was something that was very weird. So during the game, we you know, I played, you know, we were playing, you know, and then the opposing team scored. You know, it was one of those sensitive moments whereby I blame myself. I'm like, no, they scored because of me. If it wasn't for me, the ball wouldn't have gotten into the D. She wouldn't have got a chance to hit the ball. Like, it wouldn't have gotten in. And I'm like, I actually felt really terrible about it. And it was one of those things whereby everyone, my teammates told me, don't blame yourself, actually. It wasn't your fault. You know, there's no I in teammate. You can't get all the blame. We blame, you know, no one's blaming who. No, just, you did well. We are proud of you. And, you know when your teammates lift you up because they know that you're crumbling down and they don't want to see you do that in the middle of the game. You know, I was at that point where I'm like, no boys getting my D ever again. Nothing, you know, like nothing. I used to do this thing where I would intimidate the opposing team. So when the game is about to start, I'll shout, nothing in my D. Nobody gets in my D. You got it. And then, you know, type of thing. Then my team will like, yes, nothing, you know. And I remember I was actually told by a referee once, they're like, stop shouting. If you keep shouting, we're giving you a card. So yeah, second half of the game, my head was going in circles. Everything was just blurry. I don't know. It felt so weird. Like, I don't know. You know when you get a pep talk from your coach, is like, okay guys, we can do this. Don't give up. You got this. You're gonna get it. We are about to score. Just that one touch and we're in it. You know. So I don't know what I was doing at the top D. And the ball was in the D, right? So when I was doing that, in the process of doing that, right, one of the things that affected me the most was I was at the D and the ball was at the goals. And I asked myself, what am I doing at the D? Like, I'm supposed to be marking the person who has the ball. And instead, the person who has the ball is unmarked, and she's aiming at goals. She's standing. She's at a certain position, but she's diagonal to the D. That if she just whacks the ball, even the goalie won't touch the ball. Like it was gonna get straight in. And I'm like, no, no, please, Lord, no, not this time, no, boo, not this time, you know. And I ran for the ball. I just ran. You know when you just run, but you're just running. You don't have a plan. You don't have plan A, plan B. You don't have any type of strategy that you're planning with the teammates. You're just running for the ball. That's what I did. And I asked myself, like, dude, you're just running. Why are you running? But I ran into the ball. She's wanting to hit the ball, but she hits my face instead. Like, isn't that sad? So sad. If you've seen it, or you're gonna see it, but it was so terrible, like so frustrating, and it was very emotional, because I could have died. I was this close to dying. I won't even lie. I was this close, because the shock, the impact that she put, the energy she put in hitting that ball, and instead you hit someone's head, the face, the head, everything. That is very dangerous, and people die from these things. I've actually heard of so many people who have died from these things, and the fact that I'm alive today, it's a testimony, you know. And it was one of those things whereby when I ran, I was just running in the direction. I just ran, running, and I just wanted to block her from scoring. That was my main agenda, blocking her. But she didn't seem like, you know, when you hit a ball and you see someone coming, right? But you're in the process. You can't do anything. You can't stop the ball. You can't control it. That was one of those moments. And the next thing I remember, I was on the ground. I was concussed. I was out like a light. Like, I was out. I couldn't do. I was just gone. I didn't remember anything. I remember waking up 2 times and asking stupid questions. And I know I didn't even remember asking those questions. But people told me, like, dude, how could you ask if she scored? Because I remember, I actually remember being told that when I passed out, after like 3 minutes, I asked, did she score? And they're like, no. I'm like, oh, okay, good. Then I passed out. Then the second time I asked the same thing, are my teeth out? And she's like, no. The paramedic is like, no, but you're bleeding. And I'm like, ugh. And I went back 2 times, but I don't remember any of it. And I remember when the paramedics were you know, attending to me, it was one of those, like, I hate medicine. I'm very stubborn when it comes to medicine. Very stubborn. I don't listen, you know, especially when I'm sick. I'm very rude. I don't, like, so the paramedics were like, we need to take you to the emergency room. You need stitches. I'm like, stitches? For who? Stitches for who? Excuse you. I'm not crippled. No stitches. And he's like, can you please just like put ice on your cheek? And I'm like, no, I'm not putting ice. I don't want ice. Why do I need it for? He's like, ma'am, if you don't put ice on your face, it's going to swell. And I'm like, I don't care. Let it swell. I'm already damaged anyway. It was one of those things, right? And then, like, I tried, like, you know, blaming people. I was like, if it wasn't for that girl, if it wasn't for that stupid girl, like, I wouldn't have been in this state. Like, what's the problem? You know. But then, when I thought of it, I'm like, you know, I could have died, Ashley. You have to be grateful. But I started blaming God. This is God's fault. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be in this state. And I was so angry. Everyone was coming to me. Oh my gosh, I'm like, just leave me alone. Like, leave me alone. You know, those things. And I remember crying endlessly. My head was pounding. These painkillers weren't working. You know, when I take painkillers, let me tell you something about me. When I take painkillers, I expect the pain to subside effectively the moment I take them. That's the same way when people pray. They expect God to answer their prayers effectively. But that's not how it works, hey? So, you know, that moment when I got injured, so many things were running through my head, you know. But then when I'm just someone who's motivated. Like, I always want to do the worst, you know, to be bold, strong, you know. And after that, just a little like side pointer. When I went after I got out of the game, when I was like when they were carrying me, my team proceeded to play the game and my team scored. Like wow! I was so happy when I found out that they scored. It was no tiebreaker. They had penalty shootouts and we won. We made it to the finals, you know. And I feel like that was a blessing in disguise. As much as it had a very serious effect on me, it was a blessing in disguise because my team managed to regain ground and they scored. We made it to the finals. And yeah, as much as we didn't make it, we didn't win the finals, we actually came second place with this silver medal. So yeah, I got to see the power of God in my life. Because I remember my teeth, this whole side of my teeth was shaking. And I had to go to the dentist, I had to go to the doctor, I had to get stitches, take pills. You know. But yeah, it is what it is. So, I just want to encourage you that you guys, some people don't appreciate certain things when they have them. You know, sometimes you can, like, I don't like my toes, I don't like my hands, I don't like my nose, but you have one. You know, I could have lost my eye because the anger I was hit by. Could have lost everything, could have lost my life. But thank God I'm here, you know. And the other thing was, like, people, right, when I go to school, people was like, oh my God, because I now had like an eye patch to cover everything. Like, what happened? I'm like, it's not a long story. I didn't want to talk to anyone because like this whole side was this whole side of my face was just gone. It was dead. It wasn't working. It was out of function. Couldn't see with my eye. Couldn't do anything. But yeah, thank God that what I'm still alive. And I remember when I was watching the finals, right? I wanted to get into that game so badly. I don't like watching hockey. I like playing it. And it made me so bad. Like, no, this is not fair, right? And then, like, I remember when I passed out, I don't know. Like, that day, there was no sun. I vow. There was no sun on that day. It was cloudy. You know when the sky is grey? Like, what do they say to Shona? Kurema kore. That was that day. And I remember when I passed out, there was a bright light shining in my face. And I'm like, okay, right. And I'm like, I remember I was like, can you stop shining? I remember I was like, can you stop shining that light in my face? And they're like, there's no light. And I'm like, what? But you know, it's like, I have good cast, I'm crazy. You know, there's nothing, there's nothing that I can see that's actually normal in my eyes right now. But I feel like there was an angel there that day. Because I, as much as I was so badly hurt, like, the effect that it had, right, and the effect I was supposed to have were totally different. Totally different. Like, you know when you get involved in an accident, and you expect your body to be crushed into bits and pieces, and you expect to die, but instead God preserves your life, God protects you, and probably only have like a bruise. That was me. But as much as that bruise hurt, and as much as it's there permanently on my skin, as much as it has an effect, my teeth are not straight anymore, the fact that I'm alive and I'm speaking and I'm testifying the goodness of God, that's important. So I just want to encourage you guys, don't take anything into consideration. God is good, guys. When you hear people say God is good, He is good. He is merciful, He's gracious, He's loving. And I've experienced all of it. I don't know about you, whatever you've gone through, but I have that testimony. I am sure that there is a God. Because the things that have happened in my life, they're just so heartbreaking. Some people could have committed suicide because of this thing. Some people could have gone through the worst, but the fact that God was there for me, my parents were there for me, my siblings, my friends, my hockey team. I remember when I took my phone and, went onto my app, because that's the first thing I always do. I always just go to my WhatsApp. So many messages. Ashley, are you okay? What the? And I'm like, how? Who? Who told who? What happened? Am I on news? Am I famous? But my teammates had posted on social media, please pray for Ashley. Oh my gosh, please pray for Ashley. And I remember everything was just so plain. I still don't remember that day specific. I remember that day vividly, like it was yesterday, but I don't understand the things that happened in that space of time. Usually, when I get injured in hockey, oh guys, let's continue playing. Let's go. We move. But this one, when I get injured in hockey, I never fall. I never fall down. I've never fallen down and gotten to the point where I fail to get up and people have to get me up and take me to the paramedics, operate me and all that. I've never done that. That was actually the first time. It was very scary, very heartbreaking, very emotional, sensitive. And usually, like, when God puts you through a situation that you think you cannot handle, He does not, and trust me, hear me, He never puts you in a situation where He knows you will never accomplish that battle. Because most of the times, you ask yourself, why me? Why me? I'm sick and tired. Like, why does God always do this? Why does this always happen to me? Why me? Right. I have a message for you today. And I answered it myself when I was shouting at those doctors and I was being rude to them. I answered that question. God will never put you through a trial and a tribulation, a circumstance that He knows you will not be able to withhold and withstand. God knows His people. The reason why He made you suffer that pain is because He knew that you could withhold. You were strong enough. He knew that if He had given that battle to someone else, they would have died. They would have killed themselves. They would have lost faith in you, in God. They would have neglected the world. They would have isolated themselves. But the fact that He used you says a lot. You guys, you gotta give God credit. Like, I don't know about Him. I'm still studying God. But honestly speaking, with the amount of times as Christians always sin, doubt Him, speak against His name, tarnish His name, I wouldn't have mercy. Because some people sin 1,000 times a day and they still go up to God. People wrong me 2 times, I'm already mad at them for life. Okay, not for life, but you get the context. So guys, this is my story time to you. I learned that there is something called a miracle. Something called a sign, something called a wonder. You may not believe in it, but the fact that this happened to me, I believe. Because this is not something ordinary. This is supernatural. This is something that no man can even explain. Because the amount of love, the amount of care, the amount of I don't even know how to explain it anymore. What I felt that day was not something that one can explain. What I felt that day was not something that man could do. Talk about biology, physics. Talk about the angle. The fact that she used a stick. The stick that you swing with all your energy to hit a ball, but it hits someone's face. I could have broke my neck. I could have died. But no, I'm living. I'm living. I'm here telling you my story. Encouraging you guys out there to tell your story too. I know that some of you doubt. Some of you have fears. You have depression. You've gone through so much. You can't open up. You can't speak up. Some of you have situations that you haven't shared to anyone. I'm here to make sure that people share their stories. People tell their truth, And I've told mine. I am a miracle. My life is a testimony. Since day one, ever since I was born, I've been a miracle each day. The amount of things that have gone on in my life, I promise, if God wasn't in my life, I would have died a long time ago. That's one thing I can tell you. I would have died. I would have. That's the honest truth. Thank you guys for watching my story time. I hope you really benefit so much from this. I know this might be heavy, uplifting, it might be so deep for you, emotional for you, but let's be strong together. Let's walk through this journey of life with God by our side. Let's support each other and love one another. Thank you guys so much for watching this. And woo, my medal. Memories. See, I look perfect, don't I? It seems like nothing happened. This is God. And let me tell you something. I got hit on a Saturday and healed in 2 weeks. I won't even lie. I healed in 2 weeks. I remember I posted a picture on Instagram and everyone was like, "What? Ashley, how did you heal that fast?" And I'm like, guys, I don't even know. I don't even know. Because my face was so swollen. It was like this, guys. And then I heal in 2 weeks. My bruise heals in 2 weeks. My bandages are off. And then I heal in 2 weeks. I want to ask you this question. Is this normal? I remember even when I went to the nurse, the doctor, they're like, "What? You've already healed. How?" Everyone kept asking me how. And let me tell you how. God is amazing. That's how. God is living. Thank you guys for listening and giving me the time to indulge you in this life experience that I had. Thank you.